Good afternoon, everyone. This is Anna from Way Consultancy. Today, we have organized the other virtual meeting with Barrister Mr. Yousuf Reza. We will provide the new updates by Home Office regarding of Tier 4 visa for students. Hello, Mr. Yousuf, and thanks for your time today.
Thank you very much, Miss Anna, for inviting me in such a great program. And I'm grateful to all viewers who are watching now and who will be watching in future. I hope that will be very, fruitful discussion today.
Thanks a lot. Before we start with the questions, I would like to say all students, please join us and ask your question in regard with your visa or dependent, and I'll read the end of the virtual meeting and we can discuss further for more informations. Okay, so let's start with some questions that I have prepared for you. And I would like to tell that there are some changes in regard with Tier 4 visa for students who start the lesson in January 2021. Can you please update us in regard with these rules? For example, if students have been in the UK for more than 12 months, it is mandatory for them to show the maintenance funds?
Thank you, Anna. It is very common questions nowadays, and it is very, great changes in the Home Office policy. The Tier 4 students who get permission, for the UK entry, and when they stay in the country, they can extend their visa without showing their maintenance fund. And even it is included their dependents as well. That would be the same as the dependents who came with the applicants. I hope you got the answer.
Yes, yeah. Thank you so much. If their visa expire in January, it is possible for them to switch their visa inside UK, or they need to go back?
It is possible. It is possible to switch inside the country, but make sure he or she must have a academic progress in the UK. Then they can switch into to the next visa as a student. But yes, there are some exceptions. Whoever inside the country who came in the country as a visitor or as a temporary, short study course, or domestic worker. Some of the exceptions they gave, if they come, as under these categories, they cannot extend the visa, switch. They cannot switch into the as a student.
Okay, and what are the requirements for international students who will apply from their home country?
Yeah, this is very very general question. That's fine, but the students who wishes to come to the UK, they must have first of all they must have offer from university. That is actually, we can say, CAS, unconditional offer letter from the university. And on this side, they must show their maintenance fund and English language certificate. That might be this is the matter of discussions. So this is this every requirements needs to have a big discussions. But in short, the students must have the maintenance funds, and they must have English language certificate, and they must have a degree in back home. If they have, then they are qualified to come as a student in the UK. Okay. I hope you got the answer.
Yes, great. And when they have prepared all the documents and will apply for visa, then they have the interview with Home Office. What kind of questions Home Office ask them?
Basically, Home Office will ask, they will check their genuinity, whether the students a student is a genuine student, or they just come in to get benefit, immigration benefit. Basically, they will check it randomly, and mainly they will check whether the students actually coming as a real student, or I mean, in previous time, most of the students, they didn't carry on their studies. That's why this is very strict nowadays, and in the new rule they put that one, the requirement, the student must be a genuine student. That is why they are taking interview randomly. Some of the students, they might not take interview, but they can do it anyone, because they will check the genuinity of the students.
Okay, yes, thank you so much. And what is your advice due to Corona for students who will start in January intake?
Yeah, this is every university is, they are doing their course. So student, it is open to come to the UK for all students from all over the world. So there is no problem at all. The university also, even there is no lockdown now. It's normal in the UK, due to though the coronavirus going up, but still the Home Office has no any plan to give lockdown. Therefore, I believe the Home Office, the university, as usual, they can issue their cost for the new international student.
Yes, okay. Thank you so much. Now I would like to read the questions by students. The first question is too long. Hello, thanks for your helping so many students worldwide. I want to ask about the post-work visa going live in 2021. If someone does 2 years masters on tier 4 and get 2 years post-work visa, then do 4 years PhD and get 3-year post-work visa, do they get permanent resident by long-term residency? Please confirm, as some people say they can only use postgraduate post-work visa once.
Thank you, Miss Faiza Malik. I can see that your question is though a bit long. We understand what you are asking about. You are basically asking about the PSW, which is graduate route, is a new that was previously named as PSW, but a new name is graduate route. But you are right. If someone complete their study, either bachelor or masters or PhD, they can go for PSW. I mean, which you meant. Basically, this is graduate entry. And if someone, the PR rule is, long-term rule is basically, if someone lives in the UK for 10 years continuously without any break, that must be lawful residence. That there's, if even one day gap, that might make a trouble. So therefore, if someone carries on 10 years long lawful residence in the UK, that might be as a student and PSW or other route, doesn't matter. As long as he or she is not overstaying in this country, they can go for permanent residence after 10 years. Even some of the, this is a matter of long discussion, but even someone get, work permit, like someone completed tier 4 and went to the graduate route, I mean the PSW. After that, they can go for work permit, tier 2 visa. And then if they stay 10 years lawfully in this country, they are qualified for the 10 years route, and they can get the settlement status in this country, except if they have any criminal offense or something, immigration rule breach, they can get it. I hope you get the answer.
Yes, and also I wanted to ask you, when you got with post-work visa, For example, if student did the first master in UK and get post-work visa, after he finish this post-work visa and apply again for second master, is eligible again for post-work visa 2 years or not?
There is no any restriction such. So yeah, that is possible, but there is no clear direction, clear policy in the Home Office policy guidance. But uh, if someone completes, for example, bachelor, as you said, bachelor degree, and then he went to PSW, after
Yeah.
the PSW, if he wishes to go for further degree like PhD, then of course he can switch. I cannot see any trouble, but there is a cap system still exists. For example, if someone come as a what is called as a graduate for the bachelor level, he will have 5 years cap. You know, if
Yes.
under bachelor, he will get not more than 2 years. He can stay in this country as a student. So as long as there is no problem with the cap, if for example, if someone come as a bachelor for bachelor degree, if the student can finish within 2 years, so he or she has still 3 years left for the bachelor degree course. But this is very complicated matter. There is no clear indication, which I'm actually telling on the basis of the previous policy guidance. But in the new guidance, we didn't find that kind of switching things. Only
Okay.
student can switch. This is flexibly they can switch, but there is no indication if after graduate route what they can switch for. Yeah, they can switch for, but there is nothing indicated like they can switch for master degree. I hope if they are under the cap, they can. There is no problem in my opinion. I hope you
Okay.
get the answer. Yeah,
Yes. Thank you so much.
yeah.
Another question: it is possible without IELTS? No, I think English requirement is one of the conditions for Home Office. So you need to provide one English qualification in order to apply for visa and for student visa.
I don't want to disappoint Mr. Tarek, Mohammed Tarek. Basically, there is an option. The if Mr. Tarek is English medium, uh, he started in English medium. I think the university may qualify for that, but university must assess him, and they must say in the cast letter that they assessed him and they think this student is qualified, is a he's a what is called, he may be entitled to get B1 level. That means he is he is up to the B1 level standard. They might take interview. So if you are qualified, if university satisfies, then they might issue you a course, but they must say in the course that they assessed you and you are qualified uh, as a student. They might issue the course. If they issue the course, but still the Home Office might take interview, that whether you have, they might check whether you have the English capacity and
Oh,
to start in the UK. This is
oh,
the policy they gave in the policy guidance.
okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
The other question is: will a past visa curtailment affect future visa application?
First visa curtailment affect future visa application, but I think the applicant, whoever, Mr. Ascarshan
Yes.
he actually didn't clear is he in the UK or he is in outside. So we are not sure if he is in the UK. If there is a curtailment, still it depends on how long he has been living in this country. So it depends. Lots of information we lacked here. So we cannot give the exact advice here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. The other question is it for 5 years or 10 years to get ILR eligibility?
As I mentioned a little bit, ILR eligibility is depend on the visa category you are coming into the UK. If you come as a student, there is no any straight way to get ILR. But if you come as a, what is called the tier 2, I mean, work permit visa, there is a rule like after 5 years, you can go for settlement. This is the option you can take. But as a student, if you come as a student, you have to switch into another category, or as a student, when you finish, as we discussed earlier, you have to stay in this country 10 years lawfully. If you stay 10 years lawfully, then you can apply as a long resident of the UK. But 5 years route is only specific, point based or other category. It's not for the student. I hope you get the answer.
He also asked for students 5 years mentioned in Home Office website.
I think you got the wrong, wrong impression. Basically, Home Office didn't say that after you stay in the country after 5 years you can get PR. The Home Office rather said in the policy guidance there is no any no any route, no any option to go for ILR from direct student. The rule is if you stay in this country lawfully 10 years, then you can qualify for the settlement. As I mentioned, if you come as a tier 2 student, a tier 2 work permit holder, or if you come as a spouse, or if you come some other category which is specific, if you come under that category, then there are some categories you can qualify for PR after 5 years. But if you come as a student, you cannot qualify 5 years staying rule. This is very straightforward.
Yes, thank you so much. The other question is, if someone has rejected from UK visit visa, does it affect applying UK student visa?
Not at all, Mr. Imran. Basically, if someone, but there is a problem here a little bit. If someone, for example, was refused for, fake documents, like someone, gave misinformation, wrong information to Home Office, or wrong documents to Home Office, that would be for fake documents. If he is refused under that ground, then there might be a problem. Otherwise, if someone refuses for general ground, that will not affect his student application. I hope you get the answer.
Yes. The other question is, what about LRO? Is it useful for short visa extension? And this LRO can affect on our profile like bad image?
FLRO, you mean this is the further leave to remain outside the immigration rule. This is the application form name, though it is recently named as FLRHRO or FLRFP. There is no FLRO at the moment, but I understood what you mentioned here. You basically wanted to know if someone does, your question is not clear, but I guess you wanted to know that if someone, for example, if someone visa is expired, he did not, obtain a CAS from university, or he did not secure any other good category, but he has no any other option, then he can apply as under human rights, that is under human rights law, or outside immigration rules, which is not covered by any point-based or any other application form, he can do for the time being. But this is, I must be, clear to you. Even though if you apply under FLR HRO or FLR FP, unless or until your application is pending, you can switch into tier 4 tier 4 category if the university provides you a course. There is no problem unless you have your 3C leave. This is another discussion. Your leave has been exhausted. So until you leave exhausted, I mean 3C leave, your continuation, if your continuation does not break, university can provide you course and you can extend your visa under student visa. There would not be a problem. Even though you do FLRO for the time being, you can switch. That is called a variation. You can make a variation application under different category to secure your visa. I hope you get the answer.
Yeah, okay, thank you so much. The other question is, what is the difference between tier 2 and tier 5 visa?
Tier 5 and tier 2, this is totally, we are outside the topic, but anyway, what I can say is tier 2 is like a work permit, general. This is general work permit visa, and tier 5 is a temporary work permit. This is also work permit, but this is temporary. So but there might be a big discussion about, but this is for both the category, the sponsor must have a license, a sponsorship license, to issue course certificate for the to make an offer, job offer for both category. The sponsor must have a sponsorship license with home office. So, but the tier 2 is as I said, it is work permit general. A tier 5 is a temporary work permit. This is also work permit. I hope you get the answer.
Yes, thank you so much, Yousuf, for all your answers. Also, I would like to say to students, if they have any questions, they can contact in the phone number in the screen. We can discuss further for their question in regard with their tier 4 visa. My advice is, please submit your application as soon as possible in order to secure the place for January intake. The application are open. We are working hard in the same as we have did for September intake. Thanks again for your time, Yousuf, and we really appreciate your presence today.
Thank you very much, Anna, and thanks to all viewers.
Thank you so much. Hopefully, we'll see another virtual meeting.
Hopefully. Thank you very much.